This is Rusty Yonkers with port-a-cath page news, yet again with another update. We're going to have an interesting little video clip in just a little bit that we took when we were doing Shoshana's ARAC chemo that we do here at the house, giving it through her port, through a catheter that's access to the port and left in there for several days. She has her port accessed. Of course, that's that little thing that's underneath the skin that makes it easier to get to a line, and the line goes straight into her heart. And then they put a special called a Huber needle, which is like a little right angle needle. It goes right in there, and it has a little catheter that hangs from that. And then we give the chemo through that, and we have to do a saline, and we have to do the chemo, and we do another saline flush, and we have to do this thing called heparin, which makes sure that the blood doesn't clot in the port and like mess everything up so that it can't be used and has to be taken out and replaced, which is a surgical procedure and a big pain. So that's what we're going to have right now. Okay, here we are. We're getting ready to give her ARAC, and we got it all prepped here. Mom's going to put her gloves on here a second. And she just washed her hands just before she came in here. And we've got all the stuff laid out. We got 2 salines and the chemo and a heparin. The heparin's the yellow one. That's the one we were missing before. The middle one there, that's the chemo. We got alcohol wipes, and Karen's already drawn the saline into the saline syringes. We go through and we put into the catheter here. We unclamp it.
Shannon, want to do it?
There we go. And then she has to go through and she pushes a little bit in, and then she has to do what's called a draw just to make sure she gets a little blood return to make sure she's got a good line. And then she puts the saline in. That's the first one to go in, and it just gets get rid of any heparin that was in there before, whatever. Make sure that the line's all clean.
Clamp? Clamp? Oh, you want to clean, don't you?
And then she gets the ARAC. And then she puts that one in.
Unclamp?
And then she has to unclamp.
Unclamp? Right here.
Unclamp one.
Okay. Pull that.
There we go.
That's it.
Almost. Yep, there we go.
You got it.
And she pushes that in again.
Can you see? Can you put your head back a little bit?
Put your head back.
Just.
Oh, you just. There you go.
I can't see you, girl.
She pushes it in a little bit. Make sure she's got a good return. There we go. And it's probably kind of hard to see in the camera, but you actually see a little blood in the catheter, and that's how you know you get a good return. And she pushes that in, and she just kind of works her way through that. And Shoshana's getting the next alcohol wipe ready, because between each one we clean the end of the catheter. And she pulls that out. And then we have another saline, and the next saline, what that does is pushes in to make sure that all the chemo is out of the catheter and down into her. So there we go. She's cleaning it again. And Karen's got the next saline.
Unclamp.
And Shoshana's got to unclamp. Okay, then she pushes it in. We get closer here. There we go. There, you can see it where it turned red for just a second. That was the return. There she is pushing it in. And there's
Is it cold, Shoshana? Usually she says the saline's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that cold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, Shoshana.
Okay, one more, Shoshana.
Okay, now we have the heparin, so she's got to clean her catheter end again. And the heparin's like a blood thinner to make sure that the blood doesn't clot up in the port. We don't want that, because then she'd have to get a new port or something. That would be just awful. There we go. And she puts the heparin in. Now she unclamps. And then we do a little bit of heparin. Make sure we get a good return. There we go. And in goes the heparin.
This is inside doing the port.
Yeah, this is chemo through the port. And we have to do this for 4 days, and then she waits for 3 days, and then we have to do it for 4 days again. There we go, and we clamp, and then it's done. I hope you enjoyed tonight's Sparta-Care Page News. The next one we'll be recording for sure will be next week at Gilda's Club. So until next week, Sparta-Care Page News, this is Rusty signing off.